الذي أنزل إليك من ربك الحق ويهدي إلى صراط العزيز الحميد. I'm pleased that Allah has given me tawfiq to be with you on this commemoration, and inshallah Allah will reward all of you and all of us for making our loyalty manifest to the Prophet and his Ahlul Bayt. The Prophet, peace be on him, had a servant, a voluntary servant, someone who served him voluntarily, because he was very much attached to the Prophet, and he could not contemplate even separately from the Prophet one day. His name was Thawban. He's very famous in history, and he used to serve the Prophet. One day, Prophet saw him coming to the mosque disheveled and very worried, with a face which showed that he was somehow agitated by something. And Prophet asked him, "What has happened, Thawban? Did you have a bad dream or something?" Of course, I'm now adding to it. What has happened? Thawban said, "You know how much I'm attached to you, and you know my love for you. Last night I was thinking, when we die, you go to your own place, I go to my own place, because you are very hard. I'm an ordinary man." And Thawban was a layman. That's why you haven't heard of him, because he does not report anything from the Prophet. He was not of that capacity to reporting things from the Prophet. Not a scholar, like for example Abdullah ibn Mas'ud or Abdullah ibn Abbas. Unless he was just a lay person, but very much attached to the Prophet. So I was contemplating, when we die, I know that you go to your place in paradise. If I go to paradise, I go to my place in paradise, and we never meet. You know that the places are much different when we go, inshallah, in paradise, all of us, inshallah. The Quran categorizes this huge diversity and variety of places into two categories. The Jannah of Muqarrabun was-Sabiqun as-Sabiqun Ulaika al-Muqarrabun. They go in one place, and their paradise is explained in Surah Waqi'ah. Then وَأَصْحَابُ الْيَمِينَ, they have their own paradise. So, different. And in Surah Ar-Rahman as well, وَلِمَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ جَنَّتَانِ, anyone fearing the position of the Lord have their own paradise. وَمِنْ دُونِهِمَا جَنَّتَانِ, below them is a different paradise for ordinary people. Now, Thawban was contemplating about this, and he said that, well, I cannot even imagine that in paradise I'm going to be separate from you. That paradise is not paradise for me, where I cannot meet you, where I cannot see you. Then this verse number 69 of Surah An-Nisa, they say it was revealed on this occasion. وَمَنْ يُطِعِ اللَّهَ وَالرَّسُولَ فَأُولَٰئِكَ مَعَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ مِنَ النَّبِيِّينَ وَالصِّدِّيقِينَ وَالشُّهَدَاءِ وَالصَّالِحِينَ وَحَسُنَ أُولَٰئِكَ رَفِيقًا. ذَلِكَ فَضْلُ اللَّهِ. This is Fazlullah, that whoever obeys God and the Prophet will be with, not from, not being from them, no, that's out of question, will be with those upon whom Allah has bestowed His favor. And Amallahu alayhi. And these are four groups, four ranks: Nabiyyin, Siddiqeen, Ash-Shuhada, Was-Salihin. And these are good friends, good companies. obey God and the prophets, also one, you will meet the prophets. Although, of course, you are not in that category, but this is a favor, a grace from Allah that gives you. You can meet, you can visit, you can see, but of course the categories are very different. Because these are upon whom Allah has bestowed His favor, a different favor that He bestows on mu'min and kafir equally. Like, for example, life, vision, hearing, faculties of every human being, then sustenance, wealth, nature, environment, all these things that He has given to mu'min and kafir. This is a different thing, but there is another special ni'mah that Allah bestows on certain people. And then every day in Salat, what we say, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم, guide us to the right path. What is the right path? صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed your favor. Who are these? Who are these upon whom Allah has bestowed His favor? The Prophet, peace be on him, yes, certainly. Amirul Mu'mineen, certainly. Fatimah Zahra, yes. Maryam al-Muqaddasa, yes. Isa ibn Maryam, yes. These are the people upon whom Allah has bestowed His favor. And what is this favor? I will explain shortly. Just wanted to say that there are categories of people who have differences in their reception in terms of the grace of Allah. We receive the grace of God. We share the bounties that He has freely given to everyone. However, there are some favors and bounties that we cannot receive. Not that He does not want to give. We cannot receive. We do not have the capacity to receive it. Those who have the capacity to receive that grace, that in'am, and we say, guide us to their path, صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم, they are special people. They are in those four categories: Nabiyyin, Siddiqeen, Shuhada, and Salihin. Now, because today we are commemorating As-Siddiqatul Kubra, I want to talk a little bit about this, the position of being a Siddiqa or a Siddiq. Siddiq is masculine, Siddiqa is feminine. There are some men who are Siddiq, Siddiqeen, as the verse says, Siddiqeen, and some women who are Siddiqat. And these were the ones who had the capacity to receive that special favor of God. As I said, God's favor is general for everyone. However, some people can receive it, some people cannot receive it. And then Allah said, I have barred them not to receive it, meaning that if I give it to them, then they will destroy everything, so I stop it. I don't give it. Now, what is the position of a Siddiq? To find out, we better go to the Quran itself. Because a certain person, a certain lady, specifically is mentioned in the Quran to be Siddiqa. Who's that? Maryam. ما المسيح ابن مريم إلا رسول قد خلت من قبله الرسل. Do not exaggerate about Jesus and Mary. I tell you their position, they are of course very high, sublime. Your imagination cannot grasp what position they had, but do not take them beyond human beings. ما المسيح ابن مريم إلا رسول قد خلت من قبله الرسل. Jesus, son of Mary, was just a messenger. Before him, there were messengers. Okay, this is a high position. وَأُمُّهُ